Hi guys, good morning or good afternoon. This is yet another Crumb book. I purchased this one recently. It's of an exhibition that was held in Paris. It's a little bit difficult to find this copy, but I always scan for it, and when it became available, I decided to purchase it. It's a pretty big book. Haven't had the chance to look at it yet, so I thought I'd spend the morning going through this book. At this stage, I think I've flipped through so many Crumb books that I'm starting to wonder, like, are there any other new materials worth discovering within Crumb's drawings? But maybe not. But at least you get a good chance to look inside a book and decide for yourself if you want to purchase it. So this seems to be a collection of a lot of his sketchbooks. Not sure if these ones have popped up in his sketchbooks, the ones that Taschen created. It has a lot of like white paper white. Haven't seen that before in his sketchbooks. It says here the exhibition was from April to, I don't know what that is, but it's 2012. A couple of different chapters here, just in case you can't read it from there. It goes from 1943 all the way to 2012. The book is in French, so at least for once, I won't feel guilty not reading the introduction, which I won't be able to read anyway. This one is also in French. It's all in French. I'll be skipping that. It says here the typographic choices retained for the titles of works are explained in the notice to the reader in page 228, which is back here. It's kind of amazing how he started in this kind of style and how it's progressed over the years, because it's very realistic and it doesn't have that cross-hatching that he became kind of familiar with. I've always loved this one. It says here number 4, Robert Crumb and Harvey Kurtzman. So this is the underground section from 67 to 79. I was thinking the other day, of course I'm very attracted to buying the complete Zap comics. However, I think I have so many Crumb books at this stage that if you minus the Crumb section from Zap comics, you're left with quite a few, like different artists. But I also have 2 books from S. Clay Wilson, 2 of 3 of his complete works. So if you deduct S. Clay Wilson and Crumb, I don't think what's left over maybe is worth me paying money for. I know it sounds a bit, odd to say that, but I don't know how much I like the other artist. And if the thing costs a couple of $100, am I really going to enjoy it? Maybe I have enough. I do like the colors when they're great. I did listen to this album once. I was listening to the top 500 Rolling Stone albums. Can't say I'm a huge fan of Janis Joplin quite yet. May change in the future, who the hell knows. God. It does have a lot of people getting choked out, that's for sure. It's very nice quality paper, by the way. It seems to be quite a little bit rough, but quite thick. That's a great picture, isn't it? Happy hexing teenage girl to horror of her parents. That's another great one. I haven't seen that picture before. It says here this photo was taken of Crumb in New York in '68, and it's by Harry Benson, who's quite a famous photographer. This one's also Harry Benson. That's a cool photo. This lady looks like she's in awe, or she's kind of laughing. This is the Strange or Weird America from '80 to 2009. Monkey Wrench Gang. Monkey Wrench Gang. This is one that's popped up before. It's a short history of America. I've always loved these panels. A lot can be said without any words. I did a flip through of Crumb's collected works from Weirdo. If you haven't seen it and you like these types of really strange but detailed pictures, you should look at that. Look at that video. It's there somewhere in the feed. Some of the names here as well, like S. Clay Wilson, whose works are pretty far out there. Kim Deitch. Kim Deitch I like. I read one which is, I forgot what it's called. Yeah, I'm not that familiar with his work, but I read one about, I don't think it was a cat. Can't remember exactly what it was. Well, that helps. I'll put a link to the one that I can't remember. This is a very detailed picture. I do have a few of these collections. Every now and again you can find them cheap and I just end up purchasing them. Again, the amount of detail and cross-hatching in these is awesome. Like there's a guy getting elbowed in the head here. It's quite amazing. And he has a very unique style, doesn't he? Maybe one of the first ones I ever bought was this comic, which is it's stories by Harvey Pekar, and art by Robert Crumb. I think I'd just seen the movie American Splendor, and a few years later when I arrived in Japan, I ended up finding this copy for about 300 yen or something. It was my first kind of Robert Crumb book that I purchased. This was also a cover of a New Yorker, which I also found and I sold. Yeah, this is a New Yorker cover. I mean, he's amazing how he draws, isn't there? Don't know when he drew this one, but if he was depressed by the state of education back then, can you imagine now? Crumb by Crumb, 1968 to 2012. I think that's a cover of the documentary that was made of him. That's a very cool pic. It's him and his crazy imagination. I do like that picture. I mean, it's amazing how he draws. That picture is absolutely amazing. It's almost like a photograph with a little bit of exaggeration. I mean, his fingers are a little bit off, I think. But quite amazing. Kind of feel like Bukowski is going to pop up soon. I haven't flipped through this book yet, by the way. I just received it a few days ago. Crumb in France, 91 to 2012. Art and Beauty magazine. I have flipped through the collection of that. I think it's probably my most viewed video. You can definitely find that on my feed. Sorry, I just skipped the page because these ones are very detailed and I'm afraid that I'm going to get flagged. That's Kafka getting his head sliced. I've yet to read the Genesis. I think that's what it's called, the Book of Genesis. Kind of love this book, actually. It's a bit different to the other collections I have, which I'm happy about. It has a lot of different pictures that I haven't seen before. Paper quality is absolutely great. The colors really pop. This is a great book. I highly recommend it if you can find it. Definitely grab yourself a copy. It is out of print and a little bit difficult to find. It does have an English translation of all the French that was in the beginning, so I could, in theory, go back and read this. I think this one rates pretty highly in the Robert Crumb collection that I seem to be amassing here. Anyway, that's it for today. Hopefully you have a great day ahead. That was Robert Crumb.